When I got a job, Claude Code overtook absolutely everything that I did, and it is not like a question for me whether to fight it or not. I cannot simply compete with such agents. They're simply just too good. And so when they gave me that Claude subscription, my company, I utilized it to the fullest. At first, I built this Hermes agent, which is basically like an open sourced agent, lives on your VPS. It basically learns over time your projects, the conventions, everything about you in a loop. So it's kind of like an alternative to OpenClaw, but I found it easier to set up, and yeah, I just like it more. It's also open source, so it's great. And so we have this Hermes agent, and the LLM that I use is DeepSeek V4 Pro. Just recently, actually, DeepSeek discounted this model for like 80%. 80% of absolutely nothing. Like before that, it actually did cost like $2 or $3 per million tokens of output, and it's nothing compared to Claude Opus 4.7. And so they still discounted this 80%. Now it's honestly for free. I can't even find another word. And so I use this orchestrator for doing simple tasks such as merging conflicts, and it has as a personal assistant. It has a home-based knowledge of Obsidian. Basically, I talk to it through my Discord server. And here, for example, I began working today before 10 a.m. and basically I wanted it to merge all the tasks that I had under certain columns, and it has the access to my task manager, so you can query this at any time. And yeah, basically I didn't tell them that the tasks should be mine. He wanted to actually do some changes to the whole team workflow. Of course, it's not perfect yet. I'm working on it, but anyways, we essentially got was 10 tickets and 13 branches. So manually I would have had to open up every single branch in my code editor and manually merge them, which doesn't make any sense. So I gave this Hermes that task, and basically it spinned a sub agent, and it did the task. That's it. So that was the first thing I did. And also how I did build that Hermes agent is the underlying engine of Claude Code. Now this guy is absolutely insane. He can do anything, and by anything I mean literally anything. I connected it to my MCP server to manage tasks, an MCP server to manage GitHub, and what we came up with was Claude Code could pick up the tickets, the tasks, it could do them without guidance. It could spin up different sub-agents to review the code, comment what's necessary, fix it again, merge my tests. And so would I be able to do it without knowing how to code? Well, I don't believe it. I don't believe it to be true, because someone has to do the thinking, like how do you actually delegate the tasks efficiently? How do you review finally the code? Because you still need to review what Claude Code, what this guy writes, because it still can hallucinate and it can conflict with the business logic. So an engineer that knows the code is necessary. And for the last 2 years I did manage to learn how to code, and so what I now do in my job is basically just delegating different tasks to my agents, to my personal assistant, to Claude Code, and while they work, I work on my side projects. Now here is my personal GitHub account. As you can see, 2024 was a year when I really didn't know much about GitHub. I was just coding, but I didn't really know how to put my projects in here, so it's a bit empty. But 2025 was a grind, I'm not gonna lie. As you can see, I really just skipped August, and every other month I was grinding. And for 2026, of course, I have a job. Now that I have a job, I don't really care about those squares anymore. I get paid for using AI, and I use AI for my side projects as well. One of them is basically an algo trader that analyzes the latest news and summarizes the overall sentiment, economics, the economical state. It places orders on the alpaca broker. I still have over 90% this week. It's already Friday. They probably reset this because some engineers, they work full time and they might have used all of it. And since I am a junior and I work part time, they don't expect me to deliver crazy stuff. I really just use Claude Code for all of my side projects and my work, which is amazing. Apart from that, I will have a good weekend utilizing these tokens, because this number is absolutely crazy.